storage unit today. Working on an idea for how we're going to organize our back here, the garage. That's going to be the next big project, is making a pull-out platform in the garage. So we've been measuring and figuring, and we've got a great idea of how that's all going to work and the steps we need to take to do that. We need to build a shelf over the driver's side wheel well before we do anything with the drawer, and then we'll know the exact dimensions and we can work on getting the rollers in. But that was most of the morning. Now we saved all of our, let me get out of the wind here. We saved all of our panels. These panels here, these are the cargo panels that came on the van. We saved them all and we marked them. This is the back door driver's side, and then that one there is the back door passenger side. We also saved all of the clips and little attachment pins in the hopes that if we ever needed to reattach something, we could reuse them. Yeah, here's a bag of stuff here. Yeah, bag of things here, bag of things there. Those are D-rings to tie things down. We saved them all. What we're gonna do on the back doors of the van now are reattach these panels, and we're gonna put some insulation behind them and then put it back on using the clips and everything we saved. Let me show you how that works. Sherry and I held one of the panels up and we marked where all of the attachment points are going to be for the clips, and now we're going to reattach the clips. So these are going to take single clips, like that one there will be a single clip, and I think these two here will be single clips, and then I've got the double clips here for attachments. We're going to go ahead and attach these. We're going to dry fit then the panel and make sure everything looks like it lines up with the holes, and then we'll put the insulation on and then put the panels on, and that'll just finish these back doors off. Pretty nice. We didn't know what we wanted to do. We're not going to have windows installed, at least not in the near future, so these will be a nice way to just kind of finish this off and add some more insulation. So these have metal clips already attached to them, then a little gap here. This just slides over the metal of the door. There's a little gap. I'm going to put that on there, and then I'm just going to take a hammer and tap it in place, making sure the holes are lined up with the dots I made. That should be good. I'm going to put individual ones here and here and here, and then we'll be ready to dry fit the panel. Well, there's the insulation in place. I've got all the clips in. We've used
3M spray.
Yeah, the 3M spray. Sprayed the insulation, stuck it in pieces here. Now let's get the cover on that and use the pins and lock it in place. All right, I've got several of the pins in place. Sliding in the first piece, and that just goes through the bracket. And then this little piece here is what locks it in. Right here, so I'll put that in place like this, and it clicks in, and that's solid. Put a few more in here and we'll be done with this door. That looks great. We'll figure out how to make that look a little better. Here the insulation just kind of falling down. Maybe we can spray paint around the lock, I don't know, but for right now, that's awesome. I'm dry fitting this in here, just getting the length, and I'm gonna tear it right here. This Havelock wool is incredible. Real easy to work with, so I'm just gonna tear. Doesn't have to be a perfectly straight line or anything. I'm just going to tear that off. Make sure I'm good. Fit in here. That'll be all right. I'll notch out here so I can get around that hole there. That's good there. And then I'll glue this in place, and then I'll fit the strips in over here for the rest of it. So let me get this little hole notched out right here. That's all I need to do, and it'll go right around it. Just like that. There. All right, let's get it sprayed and in place. That on there. Make sure we go around that like that. Exposed there. Beautiful. Okay. Now I'll do the same with these little strips that'll go here. And we'll put that second panel on. Okay, a little piece here, fill in the square. So this is the last of the Havelock wool that we got when we started building the van. Havelock wool as a company, they literally have it down to like the square inch of what you need. This is all we have left, and this is all we have left to do. And we've tucked it in places that, I don't know, the normal person probably wouldn't. So they give you absolutely enough to do your specific van. Ford Transit high roof extended. They've really got it down to a great measurement. Last little piece to fill in the gap here. Because why not? All right. Cavity is fully insulated. Let's get the panel on and sit back and look at our work. If you're installing windows in the back doors of your van, the doors are not the same size. So here's the panel on the passenger side, and this is the driver's side panel. Look at the size difference. It will not fit. It's a lot wider on the driver's side than it is on the passenger side. So they are different dimensions. So keep that in mind if you're the DIY window install. You've got to measure for that so that from the outside the windows look even. Let's go put this on the driver's side. Set this in here. I'm going to put this in here like that and lock it in with the locking pin. Put this one in this hole and a locking pin like so, and then I'll just go through and do all the rest here. I'll grab one of these locking pins from Sherry's pocket. I'll grab a couple of these, put them in my mouth. So if you are careful when you remove these, obviously you can reuse them, which is wonderful. One more of those.
And for those who are just joining, we do have a whole playlist of van build.
We do. We've been, this is year 3 of owning the van, and we started with a blank shell of a cargo van. It did have all these panels on the inside. We removed everything, removed the tie-down brackets, and we started from scratch. So there is a whole playlist on everything we've done up until this point, and obviously continuing. So if you're a DIY with a Ford Transit or any other van for that matter, I'm sure a lot of the things will bleed over into other vans. Check it out. Have a look. And that's what it looks like from the inside. Those door panels. Instead of having just the kill mat showing, just got black panels. They kind of just disappear there. Really excited to get in bed tonight and see what a difference it makes with sound and temperature.